Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to yet another devlog. So today the aim is to refactor the project and the progress we had so far. I wanted to just keep it simple for this session and yeah, basically use a data structure for the information stats that we are going to extract. However, my N8N bot that generates basically these toots and basically advocates the swim times uh, got so aggressive about my plans and is suggesting that we are going to uh, yeah optimize the performance as well. Uh, and it was interesting because at the same time, actually, one of my friends suggested this video about the 1 billion row challenge, and I was watching it like the first hour or so, and some interesting ideas I saw here. The tools that John is using and the approaches that he is using was actually influential for me as well. These are the tools that I've not used that much and I have not cared that much in my programming career, but I thought it's a good idea to pick them up here as well because look at the current implementation. What I see is yeah, basically I'm doing the operations that I need sequentially. I'm just relying on the standard library to be fast, and I'm using them. I don't have that much of data structures that I'm currently using. Maybe I can optimize that, parallelize my processing, and stuff like that. So I can get more information about how my program is performing, and then yeah, try to do it better. Not necessarily with the goal of becoming better, but more about yeah, learning what I can improve and basically utilize it in my future decision. With that being said, yeah, I'm going to just start comparing where are we compared to original WC implementation. And for that, I want to use this tool by Andrew. It's called Poop. Very interesting for this kind of tool. But basically, what it does is it takes in two comments as input. I'm not sure if it's two is the max that I can get, but it takes in a few comments as input, and then yeah, apparently you can do as many comments that you want, and then basically dumps out a performance report out of that. So first thing first, I need to install it. I want to check if it exists in the Zig package list. Of course it does. So I can add it here in my package list. And then install it. Let's close this up. Perf is another tool that John is using. Basically gives what's it called? A graph of the cycles that your program is using in each step, basically, and it shows you where your program is more slow. I don't think at the moment I need that. I want to first get an idea of how slow my program is, try to restructure it to best of my knowledge, try it again, and then only then spend time on performance improvement. Maybe before even that, we are going to add the remaining feature list, which I don't think is going to be as challenging as the previous ones. The remaining, let's see, what is it here? So input, take in a list of files to run the command on max line lengths, get the maximum line lengths, and then yeah, the words is probably the same as the others. Total, when to print a line with total counts, then can be auto, always only. This behavior I need to check what it is, but yeah, I think it's not going to be that challenging. Let's make sure I have something to test, but I don't want to test these. Yeah, let's try to test with something basic. Poop, any options? Yeah, there is only one option, the duration, 5000 milliseconds, that's fine. And then we can do WC tmp build.spec, which is doesn't contain an actual field, but Unicode characters, and the other one is actually, let's do it here. The command I was using was zig field, right? Echo this into C. What's happening? Yeah, did I have it? Yes. And then print it here. Encoding keep bomb dash MCL. I think MCL is, if I remember correctly, was the default behavior of WC. And that's it. Unrecognized argument. Okay. What's happening? Or maybe I don't need to zig build. I can just run this. What's happening here? This is do I read this correctly? Our program is already faster than WC. This is not what I expected, to be honest. But let's check a few things. WC tmp build.zig. What is it printing? Non-WC is file, print new line, word, and bytes counts. Okay, print new line, word, and byte lines. Byte counts. I'm not doing word at the moment. Maybe it's better to here also do MCL. Volheim RFS. Also, these values, I don't know what they are. Let's see. Is there any kind of documentation or something like that? It is wall time, or proof is brand new, whereas hardware fine. Okay. This is something I already started for, but I remember. Our proof does report peak memory usage as well as 5 other hardware counters, which I personally find useful. Okay, let's ask LLM to try to describe it. So do GPT, Copilot, yes, and let's move it here. Describe the following output. Let's see if it understands it. And also go to toolbox, run proof again. Two comments were benchmarked. The toolbox is markedly faster and lighter. Why is that? Dwell time, RSS, CPU counter. What are the columns? Mean, a tolerance, okay. Outliers runs flagged as static, delta. Some minima show 0 for cycle suggestion, occasional. Can you explain measurement better, please? I want to see what I'm looking at. This is not something that I didn't know already. But one other thing that I'm going to try is to try it with a bigger file. Maybe WC is optimized for bigger files and mine is not. Because currently we only have 3 characters, 3 to 5. If you are counting glyphs as well. But I'm not doing anything magic. If it's fast, it's because of the Zig's standard library and compiler, not my skills as a programmer. So wall time, real elapsed time per run. Okay, lower is better. Affected by I/O, CPU time, beautiful. Peak RSS, peak resident set size, max RAM held by the process. Okay. Excludes file cache. Okay. CPU cycles. Hardware CPU cycles. This is way lower than WC. It's in the range of megabytes and 1000 times less. Peace. Okay, and then retired instruction, roughly how much work executed. Retired instructions. What is it? Instructions. Okay. Okay, that makes sense, right? The number of instructions is way less than the instructions on the other side. And okay. Cache references to and misses from the CPU's last level cache. Exact meaning is CPU dependent. Miss rate, misses. Okay. Cache misses. Okay. I am not how do you say believe in this report, but for the input file, let's try something really bigger. Where is the CSV file for 1 million row? This is data. Okay. Do I have curl somewhere here? Or wget maybe? Let's do it like this. Okay. Cow. WC weather. Okay. This is faster. Now let's do poop. Failed with exit code 1. Truncated input. Interesting. So our program already, is it a bug? Because I know the character range of this file is considered to be Unicode already, but if it's a truncated input, then what do I expect? Well, with exit code 1. Okay, let's check this out first. It's line 208. Let's do something. Catch error, and then continue while printing error. This is not how I'm going to keep it. If it's going to be like this, I would like to handle the situation with a flag. So I ask the user to indicate that's what you want me to do. But for now, it's me here. What's happening? It's I didn't compile it, so zig ill invalid s. UTF-8 invalid start byte now on line 181. The same cat err and error. Okay, and there are quite a few errors here, and if I do wc-mcl weather stations, the number of bytes is identical, their number of lines and characters is less, probably because I'm missing a bunch of megabytes there. Right, I'm just ignoring the whole chunk whenever that happens. Okay, this is actually quite interesting, but let's do proof check. Beautiful. Now it's really slower, like 3 times slower. Then the file size is bigger, and we are and it makes sense, right? I'm just repeating every action at least twice to read the files, so this is more like it. Interesting. But still we have some less cache misses and branch misses. I think this is the benefit of Zig's compiler, not what I'm doing interestingly here. So I think I'm going to diverge from my first goal and actually try to handle these 2 fixes first. So I'm going to poop is done. I'm going to do fix Unicode errors, and then read file. This is basically hopefully I can get to both of them in 1 hour time that I have, but if it didn't happen, I'm going to continue on it tomorrow. Actually we are already in for 25 minutes, so I have 35 more minutes today. This is why what I admire about John here. He did like 10 hour. I'm not sure if it was 10 hours straight. I'm going to watch it for sure for 10 hours, but streaming like this long is my dream to do if I can. Okay, so first thing first, here it's, do I have any options to handle these kind of returns the length of a supplied UTF-8 string literal in terms of Unicode code points? Actually, what I'm thinking of is for this one, if I want to extract this piece every time that I'm reading a file. Every time that I'm reading a batch. Maybe for sequence lengths, I can just rely on the first character of the whole document that I have, right? So I'm going to make it is of type, I think we're doing U8 everywhere, or U size, and then here do size, but I think I know there is a value for this, but I don't remember it, but nonetheless. Returns the max value. I think that's what I wanted. So the city mass dot max. Right, and then here if sequence length is equal to assuming if the first byte is incorrect, maybe actually remove the continue in this case. Couldn't get. Yeah, and then if I do zig build, what's happening? Error is not that's fair. Expected 2 arguments, yes. So like this. And then can I do return here? Okay, maybe I need to catch the error and then return the error. I think this is next. Let's see why I am here more than print. It should happen once. It is happening once. And this error actually never showed up. Okay. Let's put it to do here, or let's do it actually. Let's do it and we get back to the next one. What I want. Okay, there is no error on this one yet, and then Let's again do print. Yes, you're right. You're right. Don't scream at me here. For now, I'm going to set it to null. Cannot decide. Yeah, man. Here the inputs of the arguments are actually constant. So I would like to have var. Let's call it SCL. And down here, I'm going to also use invalid operands to binary. That's correct, but it shouldn't be optional. In this case, I would like to keep it usize. Is it possible to enforce it like this? The error would move higher. Oh yes, yeah. So let's see. Sequence length. Here I would like to use CLS. Okay, it's just checking if it is set or not. Clap. If there is only one rant about graph I have is that the values are not intuitive. Okay, this is how you get them because it's an optional value. So it's like if rested args dot and sequence lengths and not equal to 0. Expected optional type. It found. Okay, this is not what I want. Oh, I need to identify it's an integer. That's the thing. So sequence length is of type integer, and in the parser, should I indicate that as well? Yeah. usize base 10. Correct. So the option, the error has not changed. To print the option, what is it saying? Man, even getting an integer value is becoming a chore. So, or any, I need to have a specifier here. Okay, now I have the value. But I can also pass this in as is then. Okay, this is set, and if I don't pass in the argument, it is this huge number. Beautiful. Now let's see if we poop it. It is not much better. Ah. Good, but yeah, that wasn't that drastic either. It was just one character check. So, what is the next error I need to fix is here, fix me this one. What I'm trying to do is actually make sure I'm getting the same value as this one. Number of bytes is correct, but these two, I'm dropping some megabytes. So how can I fix this? UTF count, check count code points. Hi, Rock. I don't know how to read your name, so welcome to the stream. So this function is not providing any way to handle this error because it is right now raising two errors. Let's see, what are they? UTF decode error. This is not where it's raising it. Maybe it's better to see the full stack trace first. So let's comment this out. And then go to the beginning and try it like this. So in the Unicode zig, ETF, okay, it's not showing the exact location of it, but somewhere this function is returning an error. Let's see where are the errors that is this the one? I think so. Yeah, this is the one. And we have this value already. It is just trying to count it again. And then the second error is here. So basically, if I have a way to pass in the value I'm calculating from the first part of the equation, where is this coming from? City naive Indian. This is part of this city as well. Native Indian. And then here I'm going to take in a sequence length of the U size. Right, and here Yeah, and I want to pass in a CL. Let's go in again. You're lying to me. I know you have it. Then native Indian. Okay. Yeah, Indian, not Indian. Okay. Yeah, this is true, but I don't want this. WC. Now I'm counting more. So something is wrong with my character count logic. Then let's move it back in. How do I want to do this? Now it's going to fail because $192. Maybe this SCL was actually a bad idea to. Okay, let's for now keep it as is, like this. I want to first see the error deeper. Is it possible to skip this? Reach unreachable code. Okay, I think I'm going to yeah, establish progress here. This is stream here. I'm almost close to my time budget, but now I'm thinking maybe it's a better idea to get back to what LLM suggested a few streams ago, where we can have an additional flag to basically enforce our counters to skip these fields while counting them. I think that's something WC is actually doing as well, right? Yeah, I need to think about it, because on one hand, yeah, we are making the program. I think that's fine, right? We are making the program explicit, so it's going to fail by default, but user can ask the program to just do the same behavior as WC does, right? Coreutils WC. Let's quickly check. Oh, okay, Copilot got open. Let's add repositories, coreutils, yes. This became more interesting than I expected, right? Now, the program is slower than WSC, but also functionality-wise, there are some decisions that I made and I need to refactor them. Okay, WC always counts the raw bytes. Yeah, that's fine. WC-M or chars is multi-byte aware and converts inputs using the current locale. If a multi-byte sequence is incomplete or invalid, the exact behavior is locale and the implementation independent. Locale and implementation dependent. In practice, GNU WC will hit the C library multiplied conversion routines, and you will usually see the invalid bytes counted in a way that makes -m differ from the count of valid Unicode code points. Okay, what I'm understanding right now is actually there is no way to correctly count these characters. So if we have invalid start byte or truncated byte, meaning we have the start byte but the next character doesn't exist, we just can count that character and escape. Hopefully the rest of the characters are correct. That's what I'm going to try to do in the next stream, but I'm not sure if we can eventually end up with the same number as WC. That I'm not sure. Unless I replicate the same behavior and rely on locale, which I don't want to do. Okay. I think that's it for today. It was fun learning these behaviors. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.